53rd Infantry Matapat Battalion was activated on 1 January 1985 as an organic battalion of the 4th Infantry Diamond Division of the Philippine Army. The battalion was initially based at Lumbia, Cagayan de Oro, Misamis Oriental. In 1987, the unit was transferred to Jolo, Sulu and given the task to help subdue the secessionist movement of the Moro National Liberation Front in the area. After a brief campaign in Jolo, Sulu, the unit was redeployed to Agusan del Norte of the Caraga region the following year, when it shifted its efforts to confronting the New People's Army. The unit has since made notable contributions in internal security operations in the said region. However, with the force reduction scheme and the streamlining of the Philippine Army during the Ramos presidency, some infantry battalions had to be deactivated, including the 53rd IB on February 14, 1992. Due to the volatile security situation in Western Mindanao under the 1st Infantry Tabak Division, the need to activate and organize new infantry battalions became indispensable. In particular, it was during the time of the Sipadan Island hostage crisis in Talipao, Sulu, where 14 foreigners were kidnapped, including the Shillings couple, that triggered the reactivation of several infantry battalions. And so, after 10 years of dormancy, the 53rd IB was reactivated on 1 May 2002. The battalion was designated as the Ready Deployable Force in Sulu under the 104th Infantry Sultan Brigade. In 2006, the unit was moved from Sulu to mainland Zamboanga Peninsula, where it found its new home at Camp Major David D. Sabido, Ipos, Zamboanga del Sur, and has since continuously proved its worth as guardian of the peninsula with the following stints. On 9 May 2011, the unit stood out during its joint law enforcement operations against the notorious leader of lawless group, Waning Abdusalam in Barangay Labatan, Payao, Zamboanga, Sibugay Province, and resulted to the capture of his camp. In 2012, the battalion intensified its operations against the Communist New People's Army and established an advanced command post at Barangay Nazareth, Cabasalan, Zamboanga, Sibugay Province. On 24 May 2017, during the height of the Marawi siege, troops of this unit were deployed in Marawi City, Lanao del Sur, to help fight with the other military units against the ISIS-inspired Mahute group, led by Isnilon Hapilon, and help liberate the city on 17 October 2017, as declared by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby declare Marawi City liberated.
With the unit's rich history and proud heritage, it has a lineage of notable commanders starting from its activation in 1992 as follows: Lieutenant Colonel Cesar F. Iliano, Lieutenant Colonel Jose Paler, Lieutenant Colonel Antonio A. Chang, Lieutenant Colonel Ernesto B. Maningo, Lieutenant Colonel Carlos A. Magno, Lieutenant Colonel Dennis O. Villanueva, Lieutenant Colonel Emmanuel C. Sison, Lieutenant Colonel Samuel B. Gayong Gorsa, Lieutenant Colonel Erwin A. Alea, Lieutenant Colonel Emmanuel B. Magpayo, Lieutenant Colonel Nasser M. Pendatun, Lieutenant Colonel Victor D. Tangawon Jr., Lieutenant Colonel Alvin V. Luzon, Lieutenant Colonel Virgilio C. Hamos Jr. On 1 February 2018, Lieutenant Colonel Marlo E. Patria assumed command of the unit. Under his leadership, the battalion continued with its task of neutralizing the remaining communist NPA terrorists through focused military operations, intelligence operations, and other lines of operations and efforts. Since then, The unit was able to hit its enemies 5 times in succession during combat encounters, which led to communist NPA terrorists always on the run, not being able to conduct any offensives, and now at the brink of dismantling. This further resulted to the surrender of 43 members of CPP NPAs and who are now under the care of the government's enhanced comprehensive local integration program. They initially received a total amount of 2,750,000 pesos, representing different types of financial assistance for them to start new lives. They were initially housed in a temporary shelter jointly provided by the Office of the Honorable Divina Grace CU of the 1st District of the province and the 547th Combat Engineering Battalion. Our gains in our counter-insurgency efforts allowed an unhampered implementation of national flagship infrastructure projects in the entire province. The battalion also embarked on other lines of efforts which were equally significant to the campaign. In collaboration with the Office of the House of Representatives, 1st District, Zamboanga del Sur, the Honorable Divina Grace CU, and in partnership with the 1st Infantry Division, this battalion conducted 2 provincial-wide Youth Leadership Summits, or YLS, in 2018 and 2019, with a total graduate of 2,900 YLS alumni. These activities were primarily aimed to develop the leadership potentials of the youth and promote their sense of patriotism, nationalism, and good citizenship.
Mga kabataan na which is na pariwala, dapat tayo yung nagbibigay ng magandang halimbawa upang magkakaroon tayo ng pagkakaisa.
In 2018, this unit also conducted 5 joint AFP and PNP squad sustainment trainings, which aim to enhance interoperability, teamwork, camaraderie, and friendship as one government fighting force ready to face against all threats. With the emerging threats of terrorism, the joint AFP-PNP urban warfare training was also conducted, which specifically aimed to develop the skills of our troops in urban war fighting on January this year at Headquarters 902nd Regional Public Safety Battalion, PNP, in Balintawak, Pagadian City. For the implementation of martial law, particularly on our campaign to collect loose firearms, the battalion was also able to recover 808 assorted loose and unregistered firearms, owing to our combined efforts with the local government units and the PNP in the area. Just recently, the battalion was recognized for its outstanding achievements in ensuring honest, orderly, and peaceful implementation of the 2019 local and national midterm elections. The award was conferred by Lieutenant General Macairog S. Alberto, Armed Forces of the Philippines, the Commanding General of the Philippine Army, to Lieutenant Colonel Marlo Patria during the 83rd founding anniversary of the 1st Infantry Division, last 21 June 2019. Just recently, the newly installed administration of Honorable Governor Victor J.U. rolled out the creation of the Provincial Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict and immediately declared the remnants of communist NPA terrorists persona non grata in the entire province. This strongly manifested the provincial local government unit's firm resolve and commitment to address the decades-long problem of insurgency from its root causes so that progress and development will be effectively sustained. The unit will remain steadfast in performing its mandate of securing and protecting the people and maintain a physically and psychologically secure Zamboanga del Sur in order to sustain its progress and development.